So here I am inside Forza Motorsports doing an online race. I am doing this on the PC. So I am using my PXN steering wheel. And now there's only 12 of us in this race. I actually took a pretty good spot in the qualifying because I took 6, which is not bad for me. Usually I'm always at the end. And here I go, a little collision there with that guy. Definitely looks accidental to me. I mean, he didn't try to run me off the road and all that stuff. So that's the one spot in Forza and even Gran Turismo that I think in some ways is a little unrealistic. Because if I would hit this guy in front of me at that 120, 130 miles an hour, it would be more like iRacing. My car would toast. But, it is what it is. I think in that little turn right there, I did pretty good at getting back up a little bit, but yeah, this isn't some of my best racing. I really want to get better at online racing, so I am trying to do it more in other games. But I've always been a fan of Forza's online, at least Forza Horizon. Now, that guy that cut across, I'm not sure if that was our leader or not, or becomes our leader as it goes. I didn't really see too many penalties in this match at the end of it. So no one got cut for lane cutting or corner splitting or whatever too much. But yeah, so in Forza and even iRacing and all that, I do want to get better at racing. I'm trying to figure out where my biggest problems are. Is it the braking in corners? What is my biggest issue? I mean, technically, if you look at that segment score right there, I had an 8.1 on that corner. That's not bad for a Forza. There I came off track a little bit, but most of this is what it is. I'm still definitely trying to learn. I'm definitely working with this wheel a lot more. I've had the wheel now for I think 2 months now, and I definitely have gotten better in my racing than when I was using a controller. So I do wish this had force feedback. I think that might help me a little bit more, just to give me that better feel for when the car's sliding, because you really don't get that in this type of a wheel, since I don't have force feedback on here. But like I said, for the PNX, for the beginner wheel, this has really opened up my eyes to how great a racing wheel is for racing games. In one point I was talking with my son on that I also play flight simulators. And when I first started with those, I used a regular controller. Just, plain old like Xbox controller, stuff like that, in a real flight sim. Once I got a flight stick, it was night and day difference. And that's kind of what this is too. Once you get a wheel, it's night and day difference. But let's get back into talking about Forza here. So one of my biggest things with Forza, and it was after I got the wheel on top of it, so I've been running this one for a bit, is like right now I'm in 10th place. I'm fine with that. I would love to get higher. I would love to be in one of the top 3. But for me to be holding 10th usually is pretty good. Now in this race, I don't consider 10th place to be where I should be. There was only 12 of us in here. In a race of 24 people and that, or 20, if I get a full race with everybody in it, I want to hold 10th if I can. I drop down a little bit every now and then because I let that guy pass me. I saw he was catching up, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna let him pass so I don't hit him, because otherwise I would have nailed him in the corner. He was right alongside me, and since he was going faster than me, I'm like, nope, you go first, dude. I will not gonna play that game. I'm learning that from iRacing, by the way. That is something I've been learning about playing iRacing. It's like, that guy's going faster than me. He caught up to me. He was alongside me. I don't know whose corner it was. I decided it was his. I'm like, screw that. He's going faster than me anyways. Let him have it. But in here, in Forza, and it's even going to be in iRacing and any other racing game that I play, I at least want to be in the top 10 when I finish. That is the goal I've set for myself right now. I want top 10. And as I go and I get better and I start to understand the racing better and how to go through these corners better. And as you can see in here, I only have it on for the corners, the race line, to give me an idea if I'm coming too fast, coming too slow. But I want top 10 at least, minimum, in any racing game that I'm playing if we got a full set of racers. Otherwise, it would kind of be almost like, okay, if there's only 10 of us, I would like to be in the top 5, you know, kind of half whatever it is. So if it's 20 racers, I want 10th. If it's 24, 12th would be fine. That's kind of how I look at it. I want whatever the racing set is, I want to be at least half that. In all reality, just like any of us when we're competitive, I do want the top spots. But those guys are hard to catch. But yeah, so this is how this race was going. I took some really bad corners towards the end of it as my tires started to wear down because, like I said, I played this game with everything set to supposed to be realistic. And it's definitely not, because I've hit walls at 200 miles an hour and still drove my car. Was still able to race. If you ever want, I'll actually set up a little thing like that and I'll show you, you know, I'll go single player race, go to like that Nürburgring track, we can get the car flying down, and I'll fly down and I'll nail something. Just to show you guys what happens between Forza and some other games. But yeah, you might wreck your transmission, all that stuff, but guess what? The car still drives. If you can get to the pit, they'll fix the whole thing for you. But yeah, this is kind of how this race went, and as you can see, I started doing really crappy all of a sudden. There's one corner here in particular that, because of my dyslexia, it screws with me, because all of a sudden I'll see it and I'll be like, okay, it's going to be going, right? Then it's going to take a left. No, it takes a right followed by another quick right. I think I'm already past that corner right now. Yeah, I'm well past that corner at this moment. That's just one of those when I'm not thinking type idea and I'm just racing and trying to read the track ahead and not worry about the turn arrows. I see it the wrong way. And if you're wondering if that happens sometimes in my life where I'll see something that's not real and I actually have to slow down more, yeah, dyslexia sucks when you see stuff in reverse, just in case you're ever wondering. I'm pretty good with it where it doesn't affect me too often unless it's a lot of numbers, but every now and then, I swear to God, my dyslexia kicks in and goes, hey, guess what? This is how everything really looks. Stupid dyslexia. That last corner was pretty good. I'm just waiting for the corner to come up that I usually make the mistake on. No, it's after this long straightaway here where I make the mistake. If you ever watch the race, what I'm doing here, you'll see it happen. If I let you guys see the practice session that I was doing beforehand, I did it a smack ton of times in the practice. It was insane. I was doing the practice to try getting a good muscle memory in for that corner. So it's not this one, or is it? There. Yeah, it is that one. There's something about the lines on that left side when I was coming around there that throws me off. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this towards the end of the race. This definitely, I ended in 10th, but I was technically the last car because the other two guys dropped out. So not the greatest. I at least did not get a did not finish or a disqualification, which is good. But other main goal I have in any racing game I'm playing, even if I'm in last place, I still want to finish the race. I've had that set ever since I started playing racing games online, which hasn't been that long. I am more of a single player guy, but ever since I started playing any racing game online, I always want to finish the race. That is the main goal, is to finish. Even if I'm in last place or whatever, and that timer's counting down saying, hey, you got 1 minute to finish, I want to finish the race. So, all right, we're going to fast forward it to the end of this race here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Well done. We finished P10.